Day live at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, the fourth oldest Ford dealership in America. Arkansas Game Day is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Arkansas Athletics.
Looks downfield, got a man wide open at the 15, complete. That's Hazelwood, touchback at the 10, into the end zone, touchdown Arkansas.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Hey, welcome into Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Alongside Tommy Kraft, I'm Ty Richardson. We got you the next 2 hours. So wherever you're driving in the state right now, whether you're listening on hitthatline.com or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, we are here. Tommy, finally back in Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium today. It's good to be back in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
It's homecoming today officially, but it's almost like homecoming for real in another way because we haven't seen each other in so long on game days. Whoever you tailgate next to, whoever you sit next to in the stadium, it's been a little while, and I know a lot of fans are ready to reunite and hopefully rejoice a Razorback victory today in the home state.
Yeah, I've got a group before going into the stadium in the press box that I like to go up there with. And I'm going to be honest, Tommy, I haven't seen most of these guys and gals in over a month. And for all of you listening right now that have your kind of, as Tommy alluded to, people that you only hang out with during football season, it's been a long time. A month is like the equivalent to a year in football season. So it's good to be finally back at home. It's weird how this kind of plays out each and every year with the game being in Arlington, and you seemingly have road games surrounding that. You think about this next year, it's going to be kind of similar, I think, in November. But, man, it's just, as Coach Pittman said earlier this week, we're just glad to be back home.
Yeah, and a unique opponent, another opponent on the schedule, Ty, that Arkansas's never played before in program history. Let's see, Cincinnati, BYU, and now Liberty, all teams that Arkansas's never faced before. So the first meeting between these two schools and a relatively newcomer to this level of football at the FBS level.
Want to also congratulate Randall Ford. Earlier this week, they were named the best of the best new car dealership. So for Jeremy and Chris and Jimmy and all the guys here, congratulations on that. It's a big stinking deal. So if you're in the market to buy a new or used vehicle, come by and see us at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Tommy, I'm not doing the show from it's not the trunk. What do we call it?
The front.
It
was the front trunk.
Yes, I'm not doing it from there today, but I'm looking right at it. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, there is I think it's the Lightning, if I remember that correctly. Right, yeah. They have a front trunk, which I have never seen on a vehicle before.
Well, where's the engine, Ty?
Underneath it. But it's electric, yeah. They that's what they were telling me. But no, I'm not doing it from today, but they have power in front. It's really cool. If my perfect illustration and visualization isn't doing it for you, you're going to have to come by and see it yourself. I'll tell you what I'm excited to see, though, today is KJ Jefferson back in that Razorback red. I mean, he has been out of his mind the last 2 weeks. In Provo, it was throwing it. In Auburn, Alabama, it was running it. This is an offense that's had over 90 points the last 2 games and have just been lighting teams on fire. I know that Hugh Freeze has a good defense this year, Tommy, but I think Arkansas is not going to face much resistance today if they keep playing like they did.
Yeah, it should be a fun game today to see the matchups and how these teams maybe try to attack the other. Arkansas's clearly got the edge at the line of scrimmage when it comes to when you just look at their defensive linemen. They are not up to the SEC level, and maybe they're quicker. Maybe that's going to create and present some problems. But Arkansas's offensive line has really been road grading some people the last couple of weeks. They scored on 8 straight possessions out in Provo, 5 straight possessions down on the Plains last week. As far as this offense, it seems to be clicking. Yeah, there's some points in the game you'd like to maybe be a little smoother, but Ty, they're stringing together possessions that end up in the end zone.
You're welcome to jump in here, give us your opinion on the game at 877-377-6963 via call, via text, also on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, you mentioned the stringing together of drives. I would like to see Arkansas's offense do what they did against South Carolina this year and just just pound them and open the game and really don't give Hugh Freeze and company a chance to come back. I have not gotten on Twitter today yet, Tommy. I don't know if there's an update on Bennett or the quarterback situation with Brewer. I would expect that we're really not going to hear reality until later on, right before the game. But I think it's one of those things that regardless of who suits up in uniform for the Flames, you have a clear quarterback advantage like you had last week against Ashford.
Yeah, and we've been trying to make the case all year that KJ belongs in that top, 3 or 4 conversation. I think 1 and 2 in this league have pretty well cleared themselves, and you could certainly make a debate on who's 1 or 2 as far as quarterbacks with Young and Hooker. But from the very get-go of the season, we've tried to make a case, make an argument where KJ belongs in this, and I think he's played himself into that top 5 conversation. He's not in the top 2, but another game to build more stats in this very balanced offense. You're starting to make the case that he might be the 3rd or 4th best quarterback in this conference.
Yeah, keep plugging away. And I know when I asked KJ straight up in media days, do you think you're one of the best quarterbacks in the league? He said, yeah, I do. He didn't really elaborate, didn't need to. And I know that he's struggled at points this season, but it hasn't been like he's just been awful. And he's missed some throws. He'd tell you that. He's probably missed some reads that Tommy and I wouldn't necessarily be able to diagnose, but it resulted in plays that went awry or whatever. But I know that you think about these remaining next couple games, the fact that you have 3 straight games at home. We're talking about this stretch where you haven't been in Fayetteville. You get to do this at home behind your fans, a supportive crowd. Noise isn't going to be an issue for the most part when you're on offense. I think KJ's got a stretch here, Tommy, with, like you said, sets up perfectly for him to be in that 3rd, 4th conversation of QBs in this league.
Yeah, so, these are the kind of games, and listen, no secret, Arkansas has not had an easy track in non-conference games compared to, a lot of years you'll have 3, FCS to lower FBS schools, and then 1 nice Power 5 non-conference game. Arkansas has strapped it on this year. We know the level of competition, so there has not really been a game, I guess is what I'm saying, where you could just go pad the stats, where it was going to be one of those kind of days. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Liberty's going to be in that column either today.
You hope it is. You hope that I know you're high on Nico Davier. I kind of want to see if they're going to play Isaiah Satania. I'd like to see him get more touches just to see the young freshman, some other guys. We know that Rashad Dubinion has been really good this season. Love to see him. And just some guys that you haven't necessarily seen. I think we're going to see Quincy McAdoo today. I would be very surprised if he was not playing cornerback at some point. Yeah. This is a guy that was a 2-way player that Coach talked about in high school. You love those guys. Small school. Tommy, how big is Clarendon? What are they, 2A, 3A?
How big is it? I think they're a 3A school.
3A school? Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a smaller class school, but, we've seen a lot of great, particularly linemen, come out of South Arkansas from lower classification schools and be great players at Arkansas.
Anytime that happens, I just, as a guy that watched football at all different levels, I always appreciated the guy that was going out and playing both ways just because of how taxing that is. So, Quincy, again, told Coach earlier this season, had a club on his hands, like, Coach, I know I can't play wide receiver, but what do you think about me helping you out at cornerback after, I think Mbake was the first one? Coach was like, absolutely. And he says a lot about the young man that just wants to help out his team when other guys might not be doing that. But wouldn't be surprised at all if we see him today. Secondary-wise, I think another week, Tommy, where it's not like you're going to be tested from a Bryce Young or a Will Rogers. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hugh Freeze is a bad offensive mind because that would be a lie, but I think I don't think they're going to get necessarily carved up today like we saw in that stretch between Mississippi State and Alabama.
No, and I think Arkansas will be able to match up. In fact, Arkansas's healthier again, got more depth, and the fact that those guys have the guys that returned last week, Slusher and Kyrie Johnson and Jaden Johnson, the fact that they're back and have a week under the belt, another week of practice, I would think and presume that they will operate probably at a smoother, more comfortable level just because they got more reps under their belt since the lengthy time away from the field.
I would agree with that. I think that any time that you can just get more back into what your typical day-to-day activities are when you're not injured and you can actually, just get back in the swing of things. I think anytime you can do that, it helps out your team. Again, we're live here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. This is Arkansas Game Day presented by Bud Light. So Rocky is the residential Tennessee fan here, Tommy, and he's getting messed with about this Georgia game.
Is he on pins and needles today? Is Rocky a little nervous?
He said he's less nervous today than he was against Alabama, and I wonder with this game later on being in Athens, and I know they got a big win in Death Valley earlier this year where they just curb stomped LSU, but I've asked the question all week, what's going to be the better game? Is it going to be Alabama and LSU in Death Valley, or is it going to be Tennessee and Georgia in Athens? And I would not place money on either side because I'm hoping they're both great games today.
Yeah, so I mean I hope everybody can sit in front of the TV and watch all three games today that you really want to watch. I've got all three set up in the DVR, so I don't need any more storms to roll through, knock the power out, or mess up anything with the TV scheduling. Those are going to be fun games to watch today, and it's a little cool and crisp, but I think it's going to warm up to a nice day, so I think we'll have a big crowd here in Fayetteville, and I think a lot of people are going to be interested in scoreboard watching for particularly that early game, and then try to hustle back somewhere to watch a lot of Alabama and LSU today, or tonight, rather.
I was talking to a college friend yesterday. He said the Wi-Fi at the stadium's not good enough where he streamed because he tried to stream the Tennessee, and I guess maybe it was an Alabama game earlier this year. Really difficult for him, but it ended up being a grateful. It might have been the Alabama-Texas game if I remember that right. And he said he was not able to do that inside the stadium because of the Wi-Fi.
No, we were all trying to tune that in earlier this year, and there was no hope on that. And so there'd be a lot of people in the parking lots that got cable outlets, or they brought their playmakers along and they can hook their satellites up. There'd be a lot of people taking in that game, and probably for those that have TV, they may be even late arrivals to the game or right at kickoff arrivals to today's game because they want to see as much of those first few possessions of that game that'll kick off around 2:40 or so, just about 20 minutes ahead of Arkansas and Liberty.
Still a lot to get to on Arkansas Game Day. Again, wherever you're coming in from this morning, we really appreciate it, whether you're listening on normal ESPN Arkansas on the radio, on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and also on hitthatline.com. You can listen to us all throughout the day. Reminder, Zach and Derek will have Hog Reaction after the game, and then, of course, Phil, Gino, and Rick will be coming up on the Learfield pregame. This is Arkansas Game Day, live from Randall Ford.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
The Party Place, Arkansas's largest locally owned party supply store, now has 50% off all Halloween decorations. Hurry while supplies last. A large selection of costumes available all year long, starting at $9.99. Animatronics, accessories, makeup, masks, wigs, and so much more. 10% off for veterans, teachers, and first responders, and now 10% off when the Hogs play on game day. Shop at your locally owned Party Place, locations in Fort Smith, Rogers, and Conway.
When you're thinking car dealers, think Randall Ford at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, or shop us online at randallford.com. This is the fourth oldest Ford dealer in America. 114 plus years of going strong today. Fourth generation owned. Very proud to be a part of the River Valley. They take care of local charities. They also help out the schools. They want your business. They want to earn your business. Come see us today at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Frank Rowe Furniture is your family-owned furniture, appliance, and electronics store. We have been servicing the area for 38 years with quality products and service after the sale. Frank Rowe Furniture offers a no-pressure sales atmosphere where you can actually enjoy shopping for your furniture. We also offer in-store, no-credit check financing. Don't wait weeks to be able to take your furniture you purchase home. Stop by and we will load you up today. Family-owned, service after the sale, and no-credit check financing. Frank Rowe Furniture, 405 4th Street, Marlin, Arkansas. Best seats in the house.
WT Equipment is your home for New Holland ag and construction equipment, sales, parts, and service. For high horsepower row crop tractors and combines, utility tractors and hay equipment, compact track loaders, and mini excavators. WT Equipment has it all. Stop by one of their 8 locations to explore the value of New Holland tractors and see why New Holland hay equipment and twin rotor combines are second to none in harvesting ability. Need to upgrade your construction equipment fleet? Give WT Equipment a call. Come by a store or check out their website, WTEquip.com.
No MSRP markup. At Road Chevrolet, we never price a vehicle over MSRP. Other dealers in our area mark vehicles over MSRP, taking advantage of the times we live in. Not Road Chevrolet. We believe in being honest and looking out for our customers. Wouldn't you rather get a great deal you can feel good about from a locally owned dealership that cares about more than just profit? Before you pay over MSRP, let us show you what we can do. Find new roads. Road Chevrolet, just off I-540 exit 2A Van Buren. Prices you'll love. People you can trust.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
Fishing never stops. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle has everything from jigs to raincoats, Todd Huckabee crappie rods, Bobby Garland crappie jigs, and stay warm and dry with a River West rain suit, the area's largest selection of Zoom plastics, Flash Mob Jr., Kitech swim baits, Mega Bass rods, plus rattle traps, life jackets, and rod and reel repair. Find all the top brands and everything you need at Make a Wake Bait and Tackle, 1 mile east of I-540 on Highway 64. Make a Wake Bait and Tackle.
It's getting colder outside. Did you know you could save up to 60% on your heating bill by converting to safe, reliable natural gas from AOG? The savings can actually pay for your conversion cost. So why pay more to heat your home and water? The convenience and abundant supply of American-produced natural gas makes it the right choice. Call 784-2000 or visit AOGC.com and switch to natural gas today. AOG, energy for life.
Unleash your inner detective at the 6 Foot Climb Murder Mystery Dinner. It's the ultimate murder mystery experience where you will enjoy a riveting night of conundrum and peril disguised as belly shaking, feet stomping, side-splitting laughter. Enjoy a scrumptious dinner coupled with some of the best entertainment in the Arkansas River Valley. The 6 Foot Climb is an experience you will never forget. Hosted at the Beard and Lady Inn in Chester, Arkansas. For tickets and more information, go to the6footclimb.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
Burnham, bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Inside the 5. Burnham's going to fall on it at the 3. A bad snap, and Arkansas is going to have it first and goal to go.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Back here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, the best of the best new car dealership. They also won the Collision Repair Center Best of the Best. So if you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, come check out the F-150s, the Broncos, the Mustangs. Again, I'm sitting next to the Ford F-150 Lightning all-electric with the, now say it with me, Tommy, the frunk?
The frump.
The frump.
Yeah.
The frump.
You know,
F-R-U-M-P.
I know you got a couple frumps in your closet too. You know,
I have a couple frumps. I'm not. I don't know what that. My brain's not.
You'll
I'm still trying to pull the cobwebs out
one.
this morning. I don't. Now I know I definitely don't have one of those in my closet based on what you just said. All right, let's see what else we got. They got a bunch of under $20,000 cars right now. They have several different 3/4-ton diesels. Come on by and see us again. Randall Ford, the best of the best new car dealership and the best of the best collision repair center. Now, Tommy, I don't know who the manager is at Lowe's and Mountain Home, but they're doing it right because they've got the, according to Jesse, they've got ESPN 104.3 playing on their tailgate party display right now. So props to whoever has got that going. They're blaring it for everyone. They're going through some home improvement stuff today.
Hang on a second.
Somebody needs help on aisle 7. Somebody needs help at the Key Center on aisle 7.
There you go. We'll get somebody right over there.
Okay, cool. let's see. They had a nice little, according to this picture, guys, nice little setup. Well, Jesse, we appreciate you listening to us.
Glad
this
you're
morning.
there.
And I got a little surprise for all y'all listening. For those that do not have tickets to the game today, my buddy Ryder from college just texted me. He wants a little good karma going his way, so he's not even going to sell these tickets. He's going to give them away for free.
Wow.
So if you want 2 free lower bowl tickets in Section 101, you can call us at 877-377-6963. No strings attached. Again, 2 lower bowl tickets, Section 101. They're free. He just wants some good karma his way. Again, 877-377-6963.
So what, will he transfer them, electronically send?
Yes.
I just need to get their cell phone number?
Just get their cell, and then you send it to me, and then I'll send it to him. And bada
We got
bing.
how many? One set of 2?
One set of 2, yes, which is, again, Ryan, appreciate it, buddy. And to all our listeners, this is just our way of giving back to you for supporting ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com, and places like Randall Ford, and some delicious Bud Light, which I got one of those, or not one of them. I got a thing of those in my back seat right now, not to be drink on the way to the game, but when we get to the tailgate, really excited about that. All right, so we're talking about Arkansas and Liberty. Of course, that is the big game today. You haven't been at home in a month. Tommy, I know when we came out earlier this week with our Bet Saracen odds, I was a little surprised that the line was as big as it was. And I think a lot of y'all were kind of surprised that it came out like 13.5. As it stands this morning at 10:21 on a Saturday, I think it's still Arkansas minus 14.5, which to me, I got a guy that he bets every single week on the Razorback game, and he was wondering the quarterback situation, Tommy, should he take the bet? Should he not take the bet? It's still at 14.5. What do you have any change in feelings as of 10:21 this morning?
I didn't hear the first. So you're talking about the Arkansas game. I was getting our winner here, but
sorry.
No, I think Arkansas wins this game going away. I don't know that it'll be that way at halftime. I think by the third and the fourth quarter they wear down Liberty. I just think what Arkansas has been doing the last few weeks by staking their claim at the line of scrimmage, and with the difficulty of tackling KJ number 1 and Rocket number 2, I think Arkansas wins this game by 3 touchdowns or more.
I hope you're right. By the way, Tommy, who ended up winning?
Ben Sure.
Ben
is the winner. So
Ben, congratulations.
I'll pass
buddy.
along his cell phone number to you here in the break, and I don't think Ben probably wants me to give that out on the air.
No, probably not.
You
He's
can get that in the right hands to get Ben his tickets.
Well, Ben, congratulations.
No more calls, please. We have a winner. So.
Now, Tommy, in that situation, if he won, let's say that he has a significant other, either a girlfriend or a wife. If you're Ben, do you take your best friend or do you take your significant other since you just won tickets today? That I would assume his significant other did not plan on him going to the game today.
See, that's why I don't have to worry about it. My best friend is my significant other, Ty. So, I mean, that I never have to make that choice, you know.
Well,
I hope she's listening too.
For people not in your perfect marriage bliss situation, what is the adequate answer to my question?
Listen, my wife would highly encourage to take any of my friends, best friend or not. Please take someone other than me to the game. That would be my wife's choice. She would make it really easy on me. Oh no, y'all go have fun. Y'all go have lots of fun and come home really late. I'll be asleep.
I'm just in a stage of life, for example, where I ask a buddy or something, hey, I've got 2 of these. You can invite a friend or your significant other. And it's funny how some of them will be like, all right, I'm taking a buddy. Or some of immediately they're like, I'm bringing my wife or my girlfriend.
What it is.
It just, and that's the case, but in sports tickets. So, Ben.
Will there be other ladies there for them to talk to? That's always the question you need to ask yourself.
That is very much a thing. I get that, and that's why I give, like, I've got some friends, Tommy, and you probably do too, that their girlfriend or their wives are not necessarily tomboys, but they can hang out with the dudes, and I'm like, you need to marry her. You need to put a ring on that finger if that's the case. If she can hang out with your friends, then she's doing something. But I think a lot of, again, we opened it up in segment number 1. You'll get to see people today that you haven't seen in quite some time. I know that I know, Tommy, you think about just being back. It's a little colder today. I've got my sweatshirt on. I've got my jean jacket on. It's different weather that we'll be experiencing at a home game in Fayetteville for the first time this year.
Yeah, I walked out of the house this morning. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go back in and get one more layer. So after that front move through and all these storms, and that's going to affect some college football east of here today. There will be delays in some games. Wouldn't surprise me if some of the games in the SEC a little bit later on, when I was watching the weather early this morning, that line of storms we all got at some point yesterday evening, depending on where you're listening, was rolling through Memphis and East Tennessee, and it's a long line. So there will be delays. There are going to be problems with people trying to fly to games and get connected on time, and they're trying to fly in the morning of a game for this evening. It's going to cause some problems. So games east of the Mississippi and later in the day, there's going to be weather problems, I would suspect, with college football today.
I'm just ready for that aroma, that smell again. I mean, that's something I know all of us look forward to. I had some delicious Landry's crawfish etouffee last night. I'm probably going to get some Sassy's later on today, and then, of course, get some good old tailgating food. And I feel like, now you tell me if I'm wrong about this, if you bring beer at that point, you're allowed to have some of the tailgating food, right?
Well,
that's
how much beer did you bring, Ty?
I think it's an 18-pack.
Okay, yes, you can have some food.
All right,
cool.
cool.
You show up with a 6-pack, we might let you have a bowl of chili or something like that.
All right. Can't do that.
Well, I mean, a 6-pack's just, that doesn't seem like you're really investing in the efforts here.
I try to invest as much as possible.
18, you're all in. You're welcome to the whole smorgasbord.
Sweet. Bill and Sheridan texted in, one of our favorite listeners. He's saying 34-17 Arkansas. And Tommy's saying about 3 touchdowns. I'm kind of in that same camp as well. I don't know if I've given an official score prediction. I do think Arkansas is going to cover today. But I think I'm going to be honest, Bill, I think that number's a little slight for Razorbacks' point total. I mean, they've just been killing it offensively. And KJ's back at home. Well, I think they're going to blow up today, man.
I think here's the question with Arkansas. Do they eclipse 40 points? Does their offensive total, win or lose, does it begin with a 3, a 4, or maybe even a 5 today? If it's a 2, I think Arkansas loses. I'm going to be honest. If Arkansas can't get out of the 20s, I think that's trouble in a lot of cases for the Razorbacks. They've been getting eclipsing 40 points. They're averaging in the mid-40s the last couple of ball games. Now, for the season, it's in the upper 30s. So, Ty, how many points does this team put on the board today?
I think it's going to be above 40.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think 42, 45, somewhere in there is kind of what I'm expecting today.
Now, here's a text from our buddy Haystack. He's saying that since we're talking about girlfriends, food, and visiting people, that we don't think that
all the things we're experts in, Haystack.
He said that we're treating this like a rental win. Maybe this is horrible.
See, Haystack, Ty's all about the party. He's he's become the average fan, in fact. No, it's absolutely true. Ty is all about the tailgate and the social aspects and getting his picture retweeted on Twitter and reposted on. It's all about the social aspects. So, I mean, Ty's speaking to what he loves here.
Stack, you know me, buddy. That's not true. For those that have actually,
he's absolutely shaking that head of his up and down.
For those that have met me, you know that is
a part. They know Kraft is 100% on target here.
They know that's a part, and I enjoy being a social person because I'm a social butterfly of sorts. But yeah,
it is all about that today.
It's about the work, man. It's about diagnosing and comprehending what I'm going to see on the field today. A gap, B gap, C gap, Z gap. It's all that stuff, man.
Phone's blowing up. True.
It's
true.
Watching
Clay Henry in with a text. True. You're right on. I mean, my phone's going to run out of juice here, taking all these texts about how right I am right now.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I stopped caring about Henry's opinion about 4 or 5 years ago, so that's irrelevant to me. But he's welcome to it. This is a sports talk radio show. Of course, he's welcome to give his opinion, and you are too at 877-377-6963. So, Stack, since we're treating this as a rental win of sorts, love the word rental around here. What is something that we're overlooking? Is it the fact that Hugh Freeze is an offensive genius, as was Bobby Petrino when he came with here, and he has lesser players? I mean, what is that the key that we've been missing this week? Because I know we've touched on it. I guess we just hadn't touched on it today.
As right as Haystack is about your approach to a game day, he's wrong about this rent-to-win perception. I don't think this team – I mean, first of all, Liberty's got a number by their name, and Arkansas doesn't. I know what the point spread says, but this is a ranked team, so I don't think it takes any effort at all from Sam Pittman and his staff to get this team's attention about the quality they're playing. I sure hope not. I can't imagine that would be the case. And I understand that, Arkansas went in and wore down and beat up pretty good BYU physically. Then Liberty got them next, and you could see, I think, some effects from BYU. And I didn't watch a lot of that game, but I saw, parts of it on recap. I think BYU, they had to fly out there to play them in Virginia. And I think the hangover effect from playing the Razorbacks the week before was real. But, I don't think anyone, at least the people that are going to be on the field today, are approaching this as some kind of chalk it up, circle the game, rental win.
Yeah, and I think, Tommy, to your point about the flying and stuff, I think that's valid. I know Chuck was very, very strong in that when it kind of started out this week, because a lot of people were like, man, we got creamed by, or excuse me, BYU got creamed by Liberty, the score comparison. You can't do that comparison. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Who's on the phone?
Clay in Norfolk, Arkansas. Clay, go ahead.
Clay, you're on Arkansas game day.
Yeah. It's the Clay, by the way.
I'm rolling through, I'm rolling through Yellville. I'm on my way to the game.
Great.
So
hope you brought a jacket.
Kind of weaving through here, dodging deer and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this ought to be a great day for deer hunting. I guess you can still shoot them with archery or whatever. I don't know.
Youth hunts this weekend, so.
The youth hunt, right, okay. Right. And they can hunt with modern gun.
Yep.
But
Ty, how are you going to do it this weekend? Are you going to use your bow this weekend, or
is it? I don't think it's bow season yet, is it?
I think you qualify for youth hunt. Oh, I think we could
qualify for the youth hunt, although he looks like he should.
I'll take that as a compliment. I still look like a youngin', which I'm fine with.
Of course you would.
I was scared to death that those free tickets that y'all were giving away, that Ty was sitting in that group, and they would be worthless.
Worthless.
Worthless. So all right, I'm going to give y'all some analysis. The thing everybody's missing this week is the strength of the Liberty defense, and that's kind of their calling card this year. With Hugh Freeze, and that's the part of this game that makes me nervous. Not saying I'm worried, because I don't get worried, but I just think people are missing that. And if you want to watch an area of the game that most people don't, and it's kind of my wheelhouse thing, is Stromberg, Limmer, and Latham against the nose guard and Mike linebacker for Liberty. Those guys are playmakers. And just think about this. Their nose tackle has made 6 sacks. When have you heard of a nose tackle? I mean, it might have been the last one I remember that just was that dominant on that position. And remember, they hadn't played a full season yet, was Ndamukong Suh. Now, I'm not saying he's that. This guy's, he's like 5'11", 270, but he is a force.
I don't know how many Jordan Davis had, but Jordan Davis would be another one I'd think of from last year.
Yeah.
You're right.
To Clay's,
he really puts his footprints on the game. Now, if Arkansas can handle him and that Mike Lamb, that's the deal. Can you single block him so that you can also get a body on the mic? And most teams have found that's a mistake, that he wiggles free. I know that part of that kind of analysis, Ty,
that's what he's looking forward to today, is analyzing and breaking that down for us on Monday morning. But Clay, what you're saying is crashing the gates in the A gap are the key today in defending that. Is what's key for Arkansas.
Yeah. I'm going to be in the press box today. I'll make sure to get there early enough. I can slide the name tags around so I can sit right beside Ty and kind of coach him through it. I guess not.
Yeah.
You know what?
And tie A gaps between the center and the guard. Just
Okay.
so you know. So.
Yeah. No, I
There's
didn't
two
know
of
that.
them.
I played.
Yeah, but there's a center and there's two guards, as you well know, Clay. So.
Yeah, what was it? Storm 40 was all blitz. I used to play middle linebacker back in the day, and we used to go through the A gap. And man, I'll tell you what,
BA, man.
centers were, man, they were scared, man. They saw a little 5'6", 130-pound white kid about to go through the A gap. They were petrified, terrified. But no, I think he hadn't met Ricky Stromberg, Clay, and I think Ricky. I mean, again, you bring up the sacks stat. This is a team that's top 5 in both tackles for loss and sacks on the season. They got 70 tackles for loss, 30 sacks on the year. They forced some turnovers as well. So, yeah, it's weird saying that Hugh Freeze' coach team their strength is the defense, but to your point, it's 100% valid.
I think they are, yeah. And I think that we just assume that Arkansas's offense is going to roll up a lot of points, and they might. They're in a stretch where it seems like they're clicking, on all cylinders, and they're fun to watch. But this will be probably more of a challenge than people expect for that part of the game.
I think it's going to be an interesting one. I think my analysis has kind of been, Clay, or my thought. Analysis is too strong a word. Arkansas is going to do what they've been doing, just wear people down. And I think Liberty may be in this game at the half, but I just think Arkansas will overpower the line of scrimmage by the fourth quarter and take over the game, and they've kind of run away with things about mid-third quarter on the last few weeks.
Another big game for Rocket is what you're saying, right?
I think he eclipses 100, and he's been averaging more than that the last couple of games. I think he'll have another 100-yard game, yes.
It's. I think his dominance and his season is maybe overlooked on the national stage. I think we realize that Arkansas won a game or two more. I think you might be seeing him in some discussions that kind of rarefied air. He just has really been good.
Question's going to he's not going to win the Heisman. He's not going to go to New York. No. He may get the Doak Walker. Here's one thing I find interesting. Has he put himself in a position, and I think he has, to be considered first team All SEC at running back?
Exactly. That's where he's at right now. But there's some games coming up. Now the Ole Miss running back is right there too, and I think that matchup, Rockets defense can really help him out. They can stop that guy. Now that's a couple of weeks away, but there's chances down the stretch for him to really put up some numbers that just kind of, and part of it is that offensive line. It's a good system for a running back because they make you play the pass and get you stretched out, and then they got guys that can make blocks at the point of attack.
Yeah.
I thought his run, the big run against Auburn, he showed a lot of patience. He waited for things to develop and then popped outside. And they sucked him in, sucked in the safety and the linebackers. That was a craftsman of a running back. It isn't just about power and speed with him. He understands how to play the position.
Yeah. I don't know what. Off the top of my head, I don't think there's been a first-team postseason All-SEC running back since McFadden. I mean, Alex Collins, I don't believe would have been there, or Wingo, or any of those. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that.
What was Niall Davis, Tommy?
I don't remember if he.
2010.
Clay may. I don't know. I need to go look that up. But I mean, that's point I'm trying to make.
Those are two good ones.
Those are great ones, and that's where Rocket goes. Not bad for a guy that came in as a slot receiver.
Yeah, I think Alex scored 20 touchdowns his last year. It wasn't his senior year. I think it was his junior year because that was. Yeah. I think the way Alex Collins played his last seasons is right about the same as what Rocket is doing. And I thought the run he made, his very last run in the Liberty Bowl, was as good of a play by a running back as I can remember. He made an all Big 8 tackle miss him in the hole, scored a touchdown against Kansas State. And Rocket's doing those kind of things, and he's, I think he's right there with a lot of great Arkansas running backs with the season that he's having. I'm talking about guys like Ben Cowens and Jerry Eckwood, Madre Hill. I mean, this is an elite back, and you're going to have him for another year.
Well, Clay, enjoy your drive over. Get up there early, move those cards around in the box, and maybe we'll talk to you next week.
So I can sit with Ty?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
See you in a little bit, Ty.
See you, Clay. I'm Tommy, I'm actually not going to send the press box today for the first time this season.
You just made my point. It's all about the party. It's all about the cold drinks. It's all about You never say. I mean, listen. You never stay up there for the whole game. So let's not pretend. Let's not pretend.
No, but
you're a man of the people. I get it. You know, you're a social butterfly. That's fine. It's fine.
I got people I got to see, man. I mean, come on, man. You hired me. It's one of the pros, not the cons of working with me. It's an asset, not a bad thing.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I guess. All right, we got to take a break. We're live here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, the best of the best new car dealership and collision repair center again right here at Randall Ford.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
Late breaking news. Central Hydraulics has teamed up with Wacker Neuson to meet your ever-growing equipment needs. Wacker Neuson offers loaders, excavators, skid steers, telehandlers, and more. Central Hydraulics is also your Gates Hydraulic Hose Center. Stop by today at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith. Central Hydraulics, helping you move the world.
You know that Sunbelt Chemical and Equipment in Fort Smith is your go-to shop for everything pressure washers. But did you know that they also handle your industrial pump and supply needs too? It doesn't stop there. Sunbelt Chemical and Equipment's industrial vacuum trucks can handle dry, liquid, and even sludge removal from several hundred feet away. Leave the cleanup to the professionals. Contact Sunbelt Chemical and Equipment at 782-3762. That's 782-3762. Sunbelt Chemical and Equipment, 3116 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith.
Are you looking for a great deal on a previously owned vehicle but want to avoid high-pressure sales? If so, you need to visit Edwards Auto Sales in Roland. For over 30 years, Ernie Edwards and his staff have helped folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma River Valley buy a quality vehicle and offer a Buy Here, Pay Here program as part of their services. Some restrictions may apply. Come visit Edwards Auto Center newly remodeled facility, 3 miles west of the Garrison Bridge, the first car dealer on your right, or log on at edwardsautosalesinc.com.
Do you have concerns about the integrity of your roof? Liberty Roofing in Fort Smith and the surrounding area is here and ready to serve you. Liberty Roofing is here for all your roofing needs. Quality roofing services, licensed, insured, and certified. Give Liberty Roofing a call at 650-6231 to get started for a free roof inspection and estimate. Call 650-6231. Liberty Roofing is here to tend to all your roofing needs. Let Liberty Roofing cover you. Check us out on Facebook.
What do you get when you pull into Tony's Tire Service? You get the best selection of tires for any car, truck, or commercial vehicle. Tony's Tire Service has Cooper tires and is ready to serve you to get you back on the road safely. They'll also get your vehicle fixed with brake replacements, plus in alignment with the best repair guy in the area. Tony's Tire Service has been serving the River Valley for over 34 years. Come let our guys replace your tires with Cooper tires and our service department to make sure the vehicle has the best brakes and alignments. Tony's Tire Service, 7200 South 28th Street in Fort Smith. Service you can depend on.
Let's talk guns at the Tackle Box. Ruger new model Black Hawk 41 Magnum 6.5-inch barrel with a box of shells, $7.99. Benelli M2 20-gauge black synthetic, $11.99. Browning Sweet 16 round knob, Belgium-made improved cylinder, plain barreled 1951 model, $13.99. And remember, the Tackle Box buys and trades guns and the customer wins. Tackle Box is also back into fly fishing. Come check it out.
The adventure starts at the Tackle Box for sportsmen just like you.
High-Tech Truck Refrigeration Service is all about God, family, and our country, and they proudly display the red, white, and blue. At High-Tech, they specialize in truck and trailer repair, service, and are certified in refrigeration repair. And every day, give thanks to those who have served our country and paid the ultimate sacrifice for folks like you and me. High-Tech Truck Refrigeration Service, located in Van Buren at 6410 Alma Highway or at 479-474-2220.
When it comes to your vehicle dent repairs, you want a local professional that you can trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair is your place. Michael, his family, and team have been in the community for over 30 years and are the best in the business. When all the other pop-up hail damage places have packed up and left town, Littleton's is still here taking care of your vehicle every day. Stay local. Stay with the best. Stay with the name you know and trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair. Highway 112 off I-540 in Pensacola.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
Burnham, bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Inside the 5. Burnham's going to fall on it at the 3. A bad snap, and Arkansas is going to have it first and goal to go.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
All right, back here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. The best of the best new car dealer, and they have the best collision repair center here at Randall Ford. 877-377-6963 is our number. Like Calvert, who's texting and saying 45-24 Arkansas. Tommy, now Billy here thinks it's going to be 48-41 Arkansas, but most of our texters, they really don't think this game's going to be that close today, man.
Well, I agree that I think some of this is just we take the hometown view. We got a little bit of homerism going on. I think Liberty's a good football team. I just think Arkansas, because of the record, and they've lost some close SEC games, they've beaten some really good two teams as well. People are overlooking them because of the number to the right rather than the number to the left.
Yeah. I think that's probably
I think here at home we know.
Yeah. So. I think, and I don't know if you want to make a comparison Missouri State, but I mean, I remember kind of having these same thoughts prior to Missouri State, and we know how close of a game that was, even in the fourth quarter. So maybe we need to.
Well, but what was that game about? What controlled and dominated that game?
The story.
Well, ball security. Arkansas fumbled the ball at the goal line. They didn't take care of the football. That was out of character. If Arkansas plays in character today, which is, they've had some fumbles, but there's only one turnover in the game last week. Came early, didn't matter. KJ's been tremendous at taking care of the football this year. 1 interception, had 15 touchdowns. If Arkansas does the things that they're supposed to do, they'll be just fine. Mm-hmm. When Arkansas gets on the ropes a little bit is when you don't take care of the football and you make mistakes, and particularly the ball security at the goal line. Those are the issues that have cost Arkansas opportunities this year. And you go back to the play in the A&M game, and we know the one we're talking about at the goal line. You take care of the football there, and we've got a different narrative about this team and this season, perhaps, with just one more win and one less loss.
All right, we got to take a quick break because Clay was kind enough to give us some insight. We ran a little long this past segment, so we're going to take a quick break. Again, we're live here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by Bud Light.
You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
The Party Place, Arkansas's largest locally owned party supply store, now has 50% off all Halloween decorations. Hurry while supplies last. A large selection of costumes available all year long, starting at $9.99. Animatronics, accessories, makeup, masks, wigs, and so much more. 10% off for veterans, teachers, and first responders, and now 10% off when the Hogs play on game day. Shop at your locally owned Party Place, locations in Fort Smith, Rogers, and Conway.
When you're thinking car dealers, think Randall Ford at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, or shop us online at randallford.com. This is the 4th oldest Ford dealer in America. 114 plus years of going strong today. 4th generation owned. Very proud to be a part of the River Valley. They take care of local charities. They also help out the schools. They want your business. They want to earn your business. Come see us today at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Ask shelter agent Bill Hicks about renter's insurance.
For those near Bullfrog Valley, west of Dover, all the way up to Booger Holler, the Wave Rural Connect Piney Zone is now open for orders. Get fast fiber internet up to a gigabyte for just $79.95. Installation is free on the Piney Zone until January 5th, 2023. Go to signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
When you need to customize your ride, whether for work or play, check out River Valley Truck Outfitters. Full line of LED lights for your headlights to work lights, B&W hitches, toolboxes, ladder racks for all your work needs or play, grill guards to full front bumper replacements, full line of WeatherTech and Husky floor mats. Let River Valley Truck Outfitters get your window tinting on. Best prices and quality in the Fort Smith area. River Valley Truck Outfitters can get your ride ready on Highway South 71 on top of Rye Hill. 648-8855. That's 648-8855.
Ride without compromise. CF Moto's brand new U-Force 1000 XL with 2 3-person bench seats to haul more rear ends as you haul butt. Auto Finders in Adventure, Oklahoma has the perfect CF Moto for any road you choose. Get some serious mud on the tires with aluminum rims, custom paint, power steering, and a 3,000-pound winch. No wonder the CF Moto is Auto Finders' best-kept dirty little secret. Ride without compromise at Auto Finders in Adventure, Oklahoma in Roland. Visit a complete list of inventories online at autofindersok.com. Your search ends here.
For over 30 years, Our Landry's New Orleans Cafe has been the River Valley's favorite seafood, Cajun, and steakhouse. Now serving the best game day trays to go, including crawfish etouffee, seafood pasta, bourbon street chicken, blackened catfish, and more. They also do catering, pickup, and delivery. Our Landry's New Orleans Cafe, 613 Garrison Street in downtown Fort Smith. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 5 to 8 and Friday and Saturday from 5 to 9. 783-2505.
Now booking Christmas parties.
Are you an experienced concrete finisher? Do you want to make the highest salary in the area? Do you want to get paid bonuses for your good work? Then Forsgren is for you. Apply now from any device, anytime, anywhere at GoForsgren.com. GoForsgren.com. Apply now at GoForsgren.com. Are you an experienced dump truck driver? Do you want to make the highest salary in the area? Do you want to get paid bonuses for your good work? Then Forsgren is for you. Apply now from any device, anytime, anywhere at GoForsgren.com. GoForsgren.com. Apply now at GoForsgren.com.
For 33 years, Manfield's Automotive Parts City Auto Parts has been trusted as your one-stop for all your vehicle needs. Get a great deal on a Superstart battery and any of the products you need for the do-it-yourself upkeep on your car or truck. When you need work done, Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts does everything from oil changes, brakes, alignments, diagnostic work, air conditioning, and more. Mansfield Automotive Parts City Auto Parts in downtown Mansfield is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 1 on Saturdays.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until you get something done. Yeah, I know the game is on, but the faucet is still dripping, the toilet keeps running, and the drains won't drain, and on and on. You need to call West Ark Plumbing and let them do the dirty work while you enjoy the game. Call them at 646-5151 and watch the ball game without the West Ark Plumbing, 646-5151.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Arkansas Game Day live at Randall Ford, brought to you by Bud Light.
Burnham, bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Inside the 5. Burnham's going to fall on it at the 3. A bad snap, and Arkansas is going to have it first and goal to go.
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
All right, back here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Jimmy now joins us. Congratulations. Best of the best used car dealer, man. That is quite impressive, the fact that you guys won that and the best collision repair center.
Well, you know, it was voted on by people in the surrounding area. So awful proud of that. Best of the best new car dealer. And, you know, right now we have 25 new cars in stock, cars, trucks, SUVs from Bronco Sports, F-150s, Mustangs, Escapes.
The Lightning with the front.
The Lightning with the front. I'm glad to see that we have the 1925 Ford back on the showroom floor. You know, this vehicle is actually sold new at Randall Ford.
Wow.
So, yeah, pretty impressive, huh?
You guys got it all. I mean, it's not just Ford. You guys have a crazy selection of pre-owned inventory as well.
We really do. You know, if you're looking for Hyundai, if you're looking for, for Nissan, if you're in the market for a new Chevrolet or GMC, we have it, man. We just want a chance to earn your business.
What happens in the game today?
This might be a trap game. Hugh Freeze has won. He's a pretty good coach. He's done a good job. So. I hope Arkansas just plays heads up and they come out with a win. But if they're overlooking them, could be a trap game.
Jimmy, appreciate you joining us. Come by and see us, and come by and see Jimmy today here at Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Tommy, when we come back, we'll get some games that have started. We'll talk about a little more of those as we got another hour of Arkansas Game Day next.
When you're thinking car dealers, think Randall Ford at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, or shop us online at randallford.com. This is the fourth oldest Ford dealer in America. 114 plus years of going strong today. Fourth generation owned. Very proud to be a part of the River Valley. They take care of local charities. They also help out the schools. They want your business. They want to earn your business. Come see us today at 5500 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Like me.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you're particular about your lawn, when nothing else matters except those perfectly cut stripes, that is your defining moment when you know you want a Skag zero-turn mower. Simply the best, hands down. When no other mower will cut it, stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and pick out your new Skag zero-turn mower and be the envy of your neighborhood. Come by today to see the full lineup of Skag zero-turn mowers at Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma.
Before you buy that next car or truck, stop by Broadway Motors in Van Buren. The best of the best for 2 straight years. Michael and his team offer the best prices on the best quality pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley. They invite you to stop by and check it out for yourself. Or if you prefer to check out their inventory online or even do your financing online. Michael has built his reputation as a husband, father, and owner-operator since 2006. Broadway Motors, 806 Broadway in Van Buren, or online at BroadwayMotors.com.